pretty sure this counts as a Pip-Boy, right? Anyway, fixing up the camera aside. Hey everybody, this is Retrokid Reviews doing a quick rundown on stuff I've watched late this month for April 2024. Starting off at the top, since I'm vaguely watching some Toku stuff. Stuff I missed on the last rundown. I believe I forgot to mention that -1 in Godzilla's case. Finally got an Oscar for that VFX. I might have talked about it in the community posts when it was new at the time during the Oscar season. So leave that out. Go to there in case anything else. Also, my comment section situation was definitely more of a YouTube thing, not a overall platform thing that Google was doing. So, yeah, I can finally say go into the comments down below if I was right either or on the bright side section situation there, technicality-wise. Right, so with that said, TV I watched was obviously Fallout. Yeah, this is not a Pip-Boy, but it's the closest thing I got here, so bear with me, guys. And, yeah, it was actually pretty good. For 8 episodes, you get a decent binge of what you're going to be looking to for the rest of the series. I'm very happy that, New Vegas is getting mentioned, more or less, for Season 2. For Colin McLaughlin himself, since I'm talking about him, and I think the last time I talked about him was comparing his Dune to Dune Part 2. Go to my, movie review for that. He actually was pretty good. Surprising. I thought he was just character actor, but no, actually, he might have villain status. This will be sporadic spoilers, mostly because everyone's probably talked about it as well. That having been said, for all the main characters of the season itself, down to even Walton Goggins' Ghoul, are really cool, very interesting to follow through, especially Lucy's actor. She's doing a really good job playing this character very effectively. I've had a minor history with the Fallout franchise. I only played 4. I just got into 76 because of the success of the show. Also, I would never play 76 given the legacy of problems it had from launch. Basically, Bethesda being Bethesda there even 6 years ago. So, go to any, I guess, gaming channel that might have explained it a little better than I am. Aside from that, the comedy is a lot more subtle than I thought they would for the environment that is 200 years into the future America in an old, like, 50s dominated 21st century kind of a timeline. The lore for, the Fallout series is always interesting, very cool to talk about in passing. Overall, for the plot, it was really hard, I would assume, to convert all 3 stories together with even Maximus's Brotherhood of Steel. My favorite class to play with, mainly because of the armor. Not because it was a cult. No, absolutely not. I just snuck in there just to get the armor like anybody else would when they play it. That having been said, the armors themselves for Brotherhood of Steel were about as practical I think you could with the material. Most of like everything, I think they said in locations they had to be like in one specific country, one day shoot of just basically get everything done and get the hell out, kind of like environments. I don't know which one. I think the gas station from 4 might have been one of those like very rare international locales they had to do on the day kind of stuff. The behind the scenes for this first season is going to be probably more interesting than me talking about it. So, so my overall rating for it is a strong 9 out of 10, personally speaking. So, so I mentioned Godzilla earlier, so I might as well do a non-spoilers thoughts with Godzilla X Kong New Empire. Saw it last week and a half, I want to say, as of this recording, mainly to do catch up, and it's going to be more, I'm going to probably talk about it more in the end of the year reviews, more or less, but it's a good follow-up to Godzilla vs. Kong. I'll go to my review on the last one there. It's very short. I think it's the shortest out of the MonsterVerse movies in general. You get more Kong screen time, more obviously because of the Scar King rivalry he was having in that movie. Little Kong, not gonna lie, everyone who's probably mentioned this in their non-spoilers review of Baby Kong getting used as a weapon early on in the first couple of acts. I won't spoil the context of what led up to it, but it is actually funny when you think about it. Not as crazy as it sounds, trust me. It's a sweeping action sequence, you're in and out, and it is kind of funny when you think about it. Having also said that, Kind of Funny also did their in-review for that. There were a little wishy-washy. Some were cool with it, some were like, it might be a bit of the few dips I think the MonsterVerse franchise actually has. I'm sort of there when it comes to third act bias. With little recency bias I have left of the movie. It's hit or miss. You get more context and lore for everybody in Hollow Earth. That is like, there were humans that were also down there too. This is where we're back to sporadic spoilers, in case you can tell. And yeah, the fact that I'm talking more Kong related plot stuff, you're probably wondering what is Godzilla doing mostly. Sleeping like a cat in Rome. Not even kidding. But it is kind of funny when you see the context, and he's still doing his like King of the Monsters duties, and as usual, like the semi-hero ish not worship, but like material we've been giving him for the last decade. So that's kind of interesting as usual. His power up was, I thought, would have been more dramatic, but it turns out it was just going to be like, hey, I'll take out a monster, take their stuff, and just glow up from there. So the pink dorsal fins you probably saw in the trailers is the closest nod we're probably ever gonna get to like Millennium Era kind of Toho Godzilla, with American style animations and stuff like that with this version of the character. Having said that, it's still good. I don't know. I just felt like maybe the temple ritual thingy they were doing during King of the Monster could have been a thing again. But to be very specific, it probably would have added more runtime. Didn't get to the human cast because I think this is the shortest list of human characters, mainly because, and this is going with my opinion, and probably someone probably also mentioned it in the Monster First fandom, there really isn't no human antagonist. It was just mainly Byron Hill, Dan Stevens, or Rebecca Hall, 2 out of the 3 reprising their roles from versus Kong, prior to just basically be the main focal point, being the main characters of mostly this driven series. And even when I was seeing Godzilla versus Kong 2-3 years ago, you could definitely tell that Kyle Chandler, from Friday Night Lights fame, was basically out of it, was tuning out by the time the previous movie was happening. Also, for the deaf kid, that was I think Kong's last living villager that worshipped him in I think Skull Island days. Got a lot more screen time, got a lot more lore for her tribe than I thought they could with the timing they had runtime wise. So other than that, the fights themselves are pretty good, above average than, well, not really up to the previous movie standards, but kind of like a little bit above King of the Monster status, if anything else. Like I said, mainly on Khan's end, you get a lot more of his day-to-day, more being lonely, thinking he's the only one there, and then when Little Kong shows up and then all the Scar King stuff, it's like, oh, not only I'm not the only one here, turns out I've had a rivalry with you guys for centuries, and I have no clue what to do next without needing Godzilla's help. And the funny stuff of just him trying to get Godzilla into helping him for the third act is cool. It's like I guess in Godzilla's head, he was like hyping himself up for like a round 3 with the guy, but wasn't really ready for it kind of stuff. You'll know it when you see the movie, but other than that, 7 out of 10. I think this is the truest 7 out of 10 I think I'm gonna have for this Monsters movie in a long time for the franchise. So yeah, that's basically it for the rundown. Like I said, if you've been following the descriptions for my shorts this week, I am definitely going to be doing a review for both Rebel Moons Parts 1 and 2, Child of Fire and Scargiver. That's going to be a long title to put in with my usual channel name header. Pray with me on that in the comments, guys. Having also said that, I was aware early on last year that movie somehow got a SH Figuarts tie-in. I know they did that Netflix-wise when I think One Piece was happening last year as well. Go to my review if I mentioned that. I don't think I did, but if I did, I did. Having said that, I would have to look at the prices, see if it's on Amazon, because that might, if it's not out by like fall or earlier this summer, they'll, either way, it's going to probably end up being an update review to the character designs and stuff like that. And basically any, I guess, thoughts I might have had that I forgot to mention in that review come next week. Sorry, this weekend. Can you tell I'm over scheduling than usual. That having been said, what did you think of the rundown? What did you think of I think the rundown being the closest to a double review video in a long time. Again, comments down below if you want me to do this rundown stuff on a more monthly basis, just in case for catch up. The whole point of the rundowns now is just to be catch up for stuff I don't have time to do a full video on or even a full short on, and just wanted to scattershot, basically the whole thing. So, with the scatter shots out of the way, yeah, not at all a Pip-Boy here. To sub the channel, hit the notification bell down below. End cards also coming up here, same thing here. Also to the shorts playlist for both my X-Men 97 and my Critical Role Campaign 3 shorts. Other hand here, too, speaking of Critical Role, my full video of episode 91 last week. Sorry, 2 weeks ago as of this recording. And until next time, I'm Retrokid Review saying... Yeah, I have one last thing that I'll probably use for the Candela short tonight, as of this recording. I finally got a dad hat, so main reason I don't have a huge rotation of Critical Role merch, and yeah, I might need that. So again, take care, subscribe, and wow, Kong was just going full Kong in that, right?